Had a parent-teacher conferences yesterday.
How'd it go?
Well,
which kid?
I had them for both. I had them for my daughter Chloe, who's in 2nd grade.
Okay.
And had one for my son Kason, who's in 4th grade.
Okay.
Now, kids, they're doing great in school. But there's parents, on the other hand, something happened.
Uh-oh.
So we did Chloe's first.
Okay.
And we were supposed to do a WebEx one with Kason's teacher at home, but we decided, we're already at the school. Let's just stay here. Let's do it in person, So when the teacher agreed to do that, we finally walked in. This is the first time I've met my son's teacher. She's from Mexico.
Okay. Oh,
my
good.
son is in he's in a school where they teach him Spanish.
Okay,
so it's like a duolingual.
They speak a lot of Spanish in that class.
Yeah. So as soon as we walked in, I think this was the first time my wife met his teacher in person as well. Super nice.
Okay.
Super nice.
Good.
And we sit down and she goes, "Hey, my son, your son's told me about you. He told me you're on the radio." "Yes, I do the radio." And then she said, "And I heard you're from Mexico." And I said, "Yes." So then she starts speaking in Spanish with me. And so I'm going back and forth with her, and Kinsey's sitting there. And what does Kinsey want to be more than anything in the world, Kelly?
Mexican. Oh, sorry.
Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you're right, Al.
Yeah.
She loves it. She loves my culture.
Yeah.
She loves everything about where I'm from. I think that it actually helped me land. That people wonder, how'd you land this girl? Because you outkicked your coverage. I think it's because I'm Mexican. I think that's literally what it is.
Does she? Because sometimes when people are speaking Spanish around me, and I think they know that I don't speak Spanish, I probably get this annoyed look on my face because I don't know what you're talking about, and I want to be included.
You feel excluded.
Right.
I want to be included
She likes
in the conversation.
And so, but the teacher noticed that, and she turned to Kinsey and she said, "Oh, do you speak Spanish?" And Kinsey goes, "No, I want to. I'm trying to learn."
Poquito.
And she goes, "How long have you guys?" We told her how long we've been together. And she goes, "Oh, you should be able to understand it and everything." And Kinsey goes, "Yeah, I can understand it."
No.
Okay.
And so she turns back to me and in Spanish says, "I feel more comfortable speaking in Spanish because English is my second language." And I was like, "No, that's totally cool in Spanish." And she turned to Kinsey and in Spanish says, "Do you mind if I do this in Spanish?"
Which sounds like?
Está bien si hablo en español
Okay.
durante esto.
And what did Kinsey
And
say?
Kinsey nodded her head yes.
Yeah.
Good. She responded.
Aw, I love her.
At this moment, I turned to Kinsey and I go, "Really?" And Kinsey gave me a look back like, "Yeah."
Like, don't blow my
don't
cover.
blow my cover,
Don't
right.
blow my cover.
And I
Right.
gave her another chance and I said, "In Spanish?" And Kinsey goes, "Yeah, sí." So the teacher starts the
There you go.
teacher conference in Spanish.
In Espanol.
And we're going back and forth, and she's telling me this thing, and I'm talking back to her. And
Did you spontaneously both erupt in laughter? And then Kinsey's like, I need to laugh now too.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
we did, Kelly. And that's when I started glancing over at Kinsey. So
She's dying.
something said, we started laughing, and then Kinsey on the side.
Because you got to. When people are laughing, you want to start laughing.
So I finally looked over at my wife, and she's giving me the help me eyes. But I'm like, hey, we're deep into this meeting now. Like, we
Yeah.
can't
Going
just switch
so
it on.
great.
It's going great. And Kelly, guys, my wife does not sweat. She can go to the gym. She doesn't sweat. I glance over at Kinsey. Her forehead is glistening.
Wow.
She is starting to sweat. She's nervous.
Processing.
She's trying to process. And occasionally the teacher will look at Kinsey and say something. And every time Kinsey just nods yes. Yes, just nods yes.
Yeah.
See.
We went the entire 30-minute conference of just going back and forth of what's going on with my son, what we need to do different, what we're doing right.
Did
all that.
Kinsey ever say at any point about any sentence, I didn't get that one, or can you repeat that in English?
No, she never once asked for anything to be repeated.
Hey, you know what? Slow clap for Kinsey.
At one point, she interjected because I think she thought she knew what she had heard. And so she interjected with, yeah, so that's why I always try to do this with Kason and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at her and I was like, that's not what we're talking about.
But I love the confidence.
I do too.
And the teacher was super nice, and we finished and everything. And she looked at Kinsey afterwards and said, thank you so much. That was so pleasant that I was able to speak in Spanish with both of you the whole time. Kinsey goes, yeah, thank you so much. That was great. That was awesome.
Muy bien.
Thank you so much for your help and blah, blah, blah.
De
And
nada.
we finally walk out to the car and we sit down and Kinsey looks at me and she goes, I didn't understand a single thing she said.
Yeah.
She goes, can you tell me everything that happened? I was like, Kinsey, she asked you if you were comfortable with the entire thing being in Spanish? And you said yes. And she goes, and I said, did you know what she said when she said we'll do it in Spanish? She goes, no, yeah, I knew what she was asking then. I just didn't know it was going to be that good Spanish. That good of Spanish. And I'm like,
Well, and she probably wanted the teacher to be comfortable.
yeah,
too.
she did.
What do they say though about Chloe?
In Cason, they're both doing great.
In Espanol, please.
Les está yendo bien.
They're doing good.
Sí,
okay.
necesita un poquito de ayuda con las matemáticas.
Yeah.
It's
Needs help
important
with
that they know
math.
math.
No.
Oh.
But man, it was one of those moments where, and I had to tell everything back to Kinsey. But so
That's sweet of Kinsey to
Yeah.
at least go along with it.
She went along with it,
That's
But
yeah.
now,
fine.
is the teacher gonna, whenever her and Kinsey just have conversations?
I think
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
In Espanol.
Yeah, she's gonna.
at what point does Kinsey just?
I told her, she's gonna interact with you in nothing but just Spanish from now on because she feels comfortable with you.
Translation.com.
And she said, "Ay, Dios mío."